Hello, good morning everybody. Let me adjust the camera first. So today I'm going to talk about a notepad. The notepad where you can write some note or any kind of writing. Now, people usually, the camera actually, let me see here. Like olden days, we all used to use Microsoft Word for writing some documents. Still, some people do, but the simple way to write something on the computer is use one of the simple notepad. Probably it is from the Windows operating system. We know that it has notepad, the very simple one. And if you want to go one step ahead, for example, if you're a programmer, or then you can use Notepad Plus, and there are hundreds and thousands of them that you can download from internet and use them. Now today I'm going to talk about one special notepad which is very user friendly, very good, and this is a freeware, so everybody can download and use. So I think for a year or so I started using this notepad. The name is let me write it down. Obsidian actually. Okay, so if I write Obsidian, then this is the notepad I'm going to talk about. Now, on any kind of software, you can customize according to your need. And what are the different ways of customization? Well, the first thing is you can do some configuration setting change. Every application has some configuration that you can change. But I want to go above and beyond that, which is using plugin. Okay. Now, what is a plugin? The plugin is kind of, for example, I develop a software for any purpose, for example, a notepad. I wrote that program, and then I open that program for everybody to use. Now, some other programmers around the world, they can come and add some functionality. Okay. So one thing they can do is they can request me that please do this feature. The other thing is they can develop a small program that will just work according to my software, work with my software, along with my software. So this is kind of, when I write the software, I put some door in my software so that other people, it's kind of an API, you can say. Now, the benefit of this notepad, why not I write something? Okay. Just, when you type, you see, when you type, then it's good. And you see that something is popping up. So this does not come with Obsidian. Okay. Now what I did is I downloaded some plugin. Okay. Like I said, some people develop plugins, community developer, and according to my needs, I found this very useful because I can pick one of the, for example, one of the word easily. So that's one thing. Okay. I can show you how to go to plugin of this special notepad. I go here, and when I just click on the community plugin, and if I just click on browse, I'll see that there are many different type of plugins that I can download easily. All right. So anything. So the drop down box that is coming when I started typing, My name is Tariq. You see, it's coming. So I'm using this drop down, and now there's a way that the drop down words are getting picked from a flat text file where I just listed the words. Also, whatever I write after some time, if I repeat those words, it will appear again like any other standard notepad applications, like the VS Code, for example. Now that was there, but I wanted to go one step further because I write a lot of like a lot of posts every day on the social media and everything. So I want to make my writing experience faster. Therefore, I was thinking that when I write something and I want to edit that document, I want to edit that document. So there will be some synonym that will pop up again with a drop down, so I can easily, with my mouse, I can easily pick. For example, if I write 10, okay. If I write 10 and if I just double click on that, you see that there's a drop down that came, and I just pick an option, it comes. Now this I did not find to any plugin, so I decided to write my own plugin. Okay, now there are two ways. One, you can just easily develop your own plugin and start using them. But if you want to make it available to the community plugin, then you have to go to a proper procedure that you have to submit your code to the Obsidian team, and they'll examine, and if they find the code is really helpful, the plugin is really helpful, and then they'll just publish it. All right. Now, with that saying, let's see. Not only this, for any purpose, if you want to enhance the functionality of any kind of software, you can write your own plugin. But I'm just talking about Obsidian. So in Obsidian, this is a notepad. If you need something special, you can write your own plugin. And where to start with? First of all, you have to go to, if you're a programmer, first of all, you need to have some programming experience. You should be aware of how to write scripting, for example, JavaScript. And this Obsidian's notepad is built on JavaScript. Well, it is weird, but probably you know that Electron was some GUI environment for which you can just write Node.js. Node.js is basically the JavaScript. But if you are familiar with TypeScript, then you can easily convert TypeScript into JavaScript. These are the very straightforward process how you can do your plugin. For example, the Obsidian people, they just put some sample plugin. I can show you what it looks like. If I go here, this is my GitHub page, but I want to go here. So Obsidian sample plugin, and you can see that if you click on the source code, you'll see that there's a main.ts, that is the TypeScript. But you can easily convert, when you run the build, you can easily convert the TypeScript into JavaScript. So the first thing that you need to do is this. You see this? Use this template. You click on that and create a new repository. So you're kind of creating a branch for yourself, so that you can just edit that. And then if you want to merge, then you have to take their permission and they have to approve and all those things. But if you want to use your plugin by yourself, what you need to do is just create a new repository, which I did here. This is my GitHub page. If I go, this is my, this is an old picture. Actually, what are the repository that I have? Recently I have this for this plugin. Okay, so if I click on that, this one I just borrowed from the Obsidian, and I make some changes. And any type of platform to edit the code you can use. Just plain and simple, you can use Notepad Plus, or better if you have what is that thing called, VS Code installed, then you can just work on them. So let's go back to our editor and see that replace the contents of main TS with logic above. Okay, so this was given by AI to me. There's a code for my program, and then on VS Code console you just run npm install. That will basically translate your TypeScript code to a JavaScript code, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. If I go here, basically Obsidian has a plugin folder. On that plugin folder, whatever plugin that you have downloaded before is there. For example, the drop down box that I showed you came from this plugin, Obsidian Completer. Alright. Pandoc is something, like if you want to convert your writing into EPUB, or if you want to make a book, we know that Pandoc is a very useful program for that. Text format is another one, but this one is by me. This one is by me. I have, if I double click on that, looks what I have, nothing. This is a JavaScript code, okay, and that is doing all the things. The other things I never changed anything. Okay, if I right click and edit with Notepad Plus, I can show you the code is pretty simple. How many lines of code are there? You see that 107 lines, so that's nothing actually. Okay, absolutely nothing. So that was that. This is basically it. If you know JavaScript by yourself, afterwards you can just, if you want to make some changes, you can directly change with JavaScript. You don't have to use TypeScript anymore. Okay, so the thing is, on the Obsidian you have a plugin folder. So you drag whatever you developed, give a name here. Okay, and in Obsidian setting, what you'll see is like that. If I go to settings, community plugins, you see that this is synonym by double click. Okay, written by me, Tamal Tariq, and this makes my life easier. For example, I write so much in Bangla, and I have another program that convert my keyword to Bangla keyword. For example, if you don't know Bangla, you'll not understand, but I can write something like that. See, Janish, you see I can go down, big. Okay, now if I just click on that, you see this synonym is coming, and this synonym is coming because I wrote my own plugin. Alright, now this far I did, and it is working perfectly. My typing speed has enhanced significantly, and another thing, the word that is coming is basically a comma delimited file that I have. You see that this kind of file, this comma, comma, comma. So these are basically synonym. This is coming, and where you can just put this file anywhere. I put it here, syn. Okay, this is the file that all the, so when you just add something, save it, and it will be reflected to your Obsidian. Okay, so that was pretty much it. So in summary, Obsidian is a very versatile program, Notepad. If you're a writer, you'll like it, and if you want to custom it, there are many plugins that you can download and install, or you can write your own custom plugin easily. So thank you very much for watching. All right.